This is just proof that just because you're up against someone who has a higher elo than me does not guarantee you to loss. Let's check it out. So initially I thought, oh wow, this guy's 200 elo higher than me. This is not going to be a good time. There's a few things I noticed right off the bat though. So with his horse artillery, I know that he's going to go here. He's going to start blasting into this radius. So I'm thinking, instead of holding this hill and be defensive, if I bring my artillery to this hill right here, I can have a slight overview on his artillery coming in, but also covers these line of infantry moving into the town here. I'm a little bit worried about the cavalry coming up on my flank, but I feel if I kept one unit here, maybe one unit here, I can catch him from behind using the water as a natural barrier to hinder his movements. I also want to use my cavalry, since they're going to be outnumbered, to force his cavalry away from my main force. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, I back up my cavalry instead of charging headlong, so I don't want to get murdered. Then I position my troops defensively around this one hill here. I know he's going to start hitting me with his artillery, but when I'm inside the building, I get the defensive bonus. I'm not overly worried. I keep this guy in my back pocket, inside the building here, and with the water to defend against the cavalry that I know is probably going to go like this. Boom, 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 right in. I'm now going to reposition these folks to this town square here, knowing that his infantry are going to move into this cluster of buildings here. I already succeeded in what I want to do with my cavalry. It's pulled the 3 of his cavalry to chase my 2. Otherwise, I think they would have just gone up the road and hit me on the flank here. Even with the defensive abilities from the building, would have done serious damage. So I'm hoping to draw them away from the main fighting force so these guys can now push out. So yeah, I have my cannons set up now. They can start laying some fire, laying to the guys in the town. I see that his cavalry's coming in, and it's a little messy in the town right now. And they try the charge, but they mess up. So he doesn't hit the full force of my troops right here. In fact, I stop his charge. I think he was trying to go straight here. And using the water as a defensive barrier, my guy in the hill here can now fire down with ease while he's slowly crossing and having my cannons shoot cancer fire straight in. I noticed that he's left his cannons completely defenseless. So I'm moving these guys through the forest, cover them from the cannon fire, and basically just march straight into them and try to eliminate the threat from his flanking artillery. I feel if he moved his artillery maybe up to this position here, he would have done me in. Now, fighting has commenced in the town. I'm going to list one unit. I have to back up. He's going to get lost soon. But because they're in the water, I have the extra attack bonus on them. And they're inside the buildings as well. So it's a double whammy for me trying to get that in. And my cavalry is trying to go like this. I want to bring them in here, draw them into canister fire. They're so focused on my 2 units that they don't know where I'm going, which is fantastic for me. So I take the town, I draw one off, try to get the initial hit, and with my infantry behind to support. Now, they're focused on my cavalry, not the infantry that's going to hit. So I thought that was a pretty smart on my play. Breaking off the cavalry, so he's chasing me. I hit. His artillery is now like, oh no, cavalry's here, focused this way, as opposed to the 2 units that are pushing in from behind. His artillery is lost, and now I keep this guy here in a bumper position, if in case his cavalry wants to move back. I pull his cavalry right in line of double canister fire. He loses the fight at the water. I lose 1 unit in the town, but the town as a whole is still holding on very well. And I'm succeeding because I have that defensive buildings, and he's kind of stuck in water, one of his units. He dies. I pull back some troops to regain some org. Cancer fire straight up. He has 1 artillery still left, but we're not worried about that too much with my 2 cavalry coming in. So if you watch that at just times and a half, I feel I played this one really well. I'm pleased with how it turned out. He was a lot higher elo than I, but using the juke movements for his cavalry, holding down here, using the natural water pathways to my advantage, using the building and the water. This guy was stuck in the water, that's why I got screwed over right there. His cavalry got pummeled by double canister fire, lost them, pulled them back into canister fire range. He lost his artillery by so focused on my cavalry. And in the end, he had to throw down the GGs, and I won against a lot higher elo player. So, not perfect. There are things to be learned on my behalf. Definitely not perfect, but I feel I did a very good job on this fight. On to the next one.